So it's not all the time that you find people in public service or politicians who have behaviors and characters that are worth emulating. But there's one man that I want to talk to you about, just because we're a main community and we can share minds, we can rub minds about these policies and see how it can benefit you as well as a man, right?
Go and check my record. I've governed the state for 8 years and I've challenged everybody. Paul, you were there. I've been the only governor till today. The day I left office, I was not owing salary, pension, gratuity, or any contract or any supplier. And I left the 3 banks in Nigeria, which I say every day. Access Bank of Nigeria, Fidelity Bank of Nigeria, and Diamond Bank. I left over $150 million. I didn't say that. And I have over 30 billion naira. And Anambra State, you can go and verify it. I've never had a bottle. Anambra State have never bought me. There's no land allocated directly or indirectly by me, and I've signed over several thousands of COPYEDITIng. Anambra has never bought me a bottle of water since I left office. So you can go. We will fight and stop corruption. The first thing about stopping corruption is yourself. If you're not involved, your wife is not involved, your family is not involved, those around you are not involved, you reduce it by over 50%. And that's what I'm going to do. And I'm sure, Paul, you know that. We are committed. We can't disappoint these youths. We must build a new Nigeria.
Now, I'm talking about the man Peter Obi. Like you can see, Peter Obi is the Nigerian politician who was the ex-governor of a state called Anambra State in Nigeria, and he is typically known for these qualities, and these are qualities that I think that we can discuss and I think are quite emulatable. Is there a word like that? The qualities that we can emulate as a man to get your life forward. There are certain videos that I see and I come close to tears, because this is one man that has broken every barrier, everything that is like negative perception that we have about politicians. He has broken all of those stigma by just staying true to himself, and that's number one: integrity. This is one man that is known with the mantra, go and verify. So he will tell you what he has done, what his pedigree, what he has saved, how he has what he has done, and ask you to go and verify. And people have been trying to verify and are blown away even more that he's not even saying it's enough. So he's one of the men who are vying to become Nigeria's leaders this year, next month in 2023. And away from politics, I want to think that when men can stand at par with this kind of emulatable qualities, then society will be a little bit better. Society will be a little bit safer, stronger, and all-round warm, because it's rare to find people who stick to their values no matter whose ox is God. Integrity is something that you can't remove from a man. Peter Obi. Peter Obi is one man who has stayed true to his commitment to good governance. That's number two. Staying true to his commitment to good governance. He has never swayed. Even before he became a governor at a very young age. And by the way, the man after 2023 is about 62 years old and going to become, by the people's choice, the Nigeria's next president. And it's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be something out of the hook, if you ask me. And totally, if you ask me, yes, I'm a pro Peter Obi presidency, of course. And his integrity, his commitment to good governance is second to none. It's so admirable to see. Another characteristic that I see that I think is something we can emulate from Peter Obi is his ability to communicate his ideals. This is so pungent. This man didn't need to, pay anybody, bribe anyone. He knew exactly what to say. And it's not just because of politics. Even before now, he has been somebody who gained a lot of traction by his teaching, his ideology, his ability to look at economic matters and break it down in simple terms and show the way forward. He was known to speak at platforms owned by the church, Covenant Nation, I think. And the name of the platform was actually The Platform. Yes, The Platform. For years, anytime Peter Obi was to speak, the whole nation listens. And right now, that has become one of his biggest selling points, that even though he may not want to splurge money like most corrupt politicians that are typical across the world, he has been able to sell his ideology the most. He has been able to interpret himself in a way that people have bought into his ideology, and has made his candidature the candidature of the average Nigerian. It's so cool to see.
Education was shut down in Anambra State for 2 years. Under a particular government, we said, when I started, we were number 26 in WAEC. I said, no, we must be among the first 10. How are we going to do it? We looked at it and said, okay, the best thing is to return these schools to the church. It belongs to them, and we'll give them money directly and everything. Of course, that was very difficult. Everybody wanted to collapse the whole place. I said, well, my wife will always come back and say to me, Peter, hey, this is your doing. You know people are not happy. These people are not, why are you always making trouble? These people are not happy with you. This, that, and everything. And I'll always tell them, listen, my dear wife, I have one of the most wonderful wives anybody will wish. I will always say to her, listen, Margaret, your problem is that you don't understand. My job is not to make people happy. There's people in the entertainment industry to make people happy. My job is to take the right decision. It's not my job. My job is not to make people happy. My job is to take the right decisions for the benefit of the people. I'm telling you why I was impeached. They told you the reason why I was impeached is that I was saving money. I said, listen, this is the only country in the world that has a diminishing assets called oil, and they're not saving money.
Communication is such a skill, and if you ask me, every man who possesses it will go really far. Another characteristic that is worth emulating about Peter Obi is his endearment to people, his ability to turn around the economy and improve the standard of living for people. It is so mind-blowing. And in our personal capacity as men, yes, we can also learn to improve other people's lives by being sure that we understand how to use money, how to plan, how to multiply our money, and be able to help people. There will always be people to help anyway. So that aspect of Peter Obi's ability to change the economy of wherever he is and improve people's standard of living in his domain is so admirable, and is a skill that if more men had, if more people had, families would be stronger, marriages would even last, if you ask me. Again, Peter Obi is somebody who is largely admired for his ability to attract investments. Attract investment. A man must be able to have a good name and good skill that will attract goodwill to his family, to his children, to his wife. A wife must be able to carry her husband's name with pride, because the name should be able to open doors, attract goodies to them, even their children. If you ask me, I would say that pure love is seen in the amount of people that believe in a man's ideology, and that is something that is typical, across board. And I want to say that if there is any man that who is a politician, whose lifestyle behind closed doors in public match, please let us know in the comment section so that I can also research that man and bring him as a case study here for us to study. For now, what do you think? Do you think integrity, commitment to people, to good governance, attracting investment, having ability to turn around economic investment and improve people's standard of living, and much more counts? Do you think it counts? And there are more reasons that Peter Obi is awesome. If you ask me, I will also add that his ability to be a strategist. Peter Obi would not have been in the race for the presidential seat today if he was not a strategist.
I say this true. What was the real reason behind your leaving the PDP?
Well, let me correct the first impression. He said it's about dumping them. I didn't dump any party. The PDP party is like an association. You have freedom of association. You have freedom to go in, freedom to go out. It's a relationship thing. And when you go into a relationship thing, an association, you go in there for a reason. And if you feel that maybe the activities that you go on is at variance with your own person and your principles, the only thing you can do is to quietly and decently leave the place. And that's what I did. You could see my write-up to the chairman of the party. There was no tone there that shows any quarrel or anything. I thank them for the opportunity of being their member, opportunity of associating myself there, and said, going on, I found out that I can no longer continue because of some activities I believe that are at variance with my person and my principles.
What kind of
and
things are that?
Well, they're personal to me.
Okay.
Quite frankly, there's nothing. It's just like I always tell people, the process through which you get into arrive at any destination. Especially when it comes to seeking a public office, sharing is as fundamental as what you do thereafter. So for me, I want to be able to follow a process that I believe in. Some people will tell you, do anything, when you get there, you can correct it. No, I don't believe in that. The process must be same as what I do thereafter.
His ability to move to a party that will favor him just at the right time, he spoke volumes for me, and he gave a lot of Nigerians hope. He gave a lot of Nigerians something to look forward to. He gave a lot of Nigerians the hope that, oh, we can turn things around. If he had just accepted defeat, accepted the political way, the old way of doing things, the nation would have still been groaning. And Nigerians are the place where they can't wait for February 25th when they can say when they will be announced as Nigeria's president. Guys, if you're not Nigerian, Google Peter Obi and find out the things that have been happening. It's mind-blowing. I feel a bit like I'm going to miss out if I don't write about this season in Nigeria's history. God helping me. I'm going to have to pen down for posterity the things that has been happening in Nigeria the minute Peter Obi came out to say, I want to be Nigeria's president and I want to move this country from consumption to production. And all the ideals that he holds as a man, top notch. I think it's something I need to document, added to other body of works on him for posterity. And I'll totally do that. Let me know in the comment section if any of this made sense to you and what you think about Peter Obi. What do you wish Nigeria, as Nigeria turns around another clock of elections? Let me know in the comment section and let's keep going. Okay? Bye.